Hello, everyone, and welcome. How is truth absolute? The background of Brahman or Sat Chit Ananda. Brahman is defined as existence, consciousness, completeness, or Sat Chit Ananda per Tejabindu Upanishad. These are the three ways of saying or expressing the same one thing. The first aspect, existence absolute, is the only thing in existence that does not go out of existence. Non existence is an illogical concept. Existence simply is. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. The fact that there is life or something out here or something going on means that existence has always been and will always be. Reality is defined as the independent presence that is permanent. So, existence or Sat is the truth itself, the absolute. Absolute existence lends existence to objects. It is the background of all phenomenal experience. Existence cannot be existence without consciousness. If existence is not known, it itself is not. As existence is absolute, it cannot, by definition, be known by something else. It is self-knowing. Therefore, truth or existence equals consciousness or chit. Consciousness knows itself and knows everything else, but cannot itself be known. Consciousness is self-aware and self-revealing. Consciousness is like a lamp. It lights up objects and at the same time lights up itself. Consciousness knowing a second consciousness is meaningless. If consciousness is infinity, you can know it in a subject-object relationship only if you are larger than infinity, which is ridiculous. So, consciousness or existence is incapable of being known because it is knowing itself. Thus, consciousness or chit is absolute and the background of all knowledge. All feelings, as we know, and emotions are expressions of love, including fear. All the so-called different forms or expressions of feelings or emotion rise in love, exist in love, and vanish into love. Truth, being objectless, is incapable of being felt, incapable of being loved. So, Ananda, the third aspect, must be love itself, pure love. Thus, Ananda, meaning peace or fullness or completeness, must be absolute and the background of all love or feelings. Ananda or pure love in itself is not any feeling, but it is the collapse of any and are all feelings. Look at it this way. There is no such thing as absolute non-existence because non-existence does not exist. Non-existence is nothing but the existence of the absence of existence. Likewise, there is no such thing as absolute unconsciousness because unconsciousness can be said to exist only if some consciousness other than it exists to know it. Just as both non existence and unconsciousness are merely relative, so unhappiness or incompleteness is also merely relative. Since unhappiness is merely an absence or negation of happiness, and since a negation can only be relative, requiring something other than itself to negate, there can be no such thing as absolute unhappiness or incompleteness. A negative quality can only exist relative to its corresponding positive quality, which will make the negative a dependent. We feel unhappy only because we desire to be happy. Only which is positive and not that which is negative can be absolute because that which is positive does not require anything other than itself, either to negate or to relate to in any other way. In deep sleep, unhappiness does not exist. Only happiness exists without a trace of unhappiness. Deep sleep state in itself is an absolute state. What is absolute? Absolute means it is non-dependent and non-negatable. Therefore, happiness, peace must be absolute. Henceforth, truth absolute is the background of Brahman or Sat Chit Ananda, eternal, immutable, non-dependent and infinite awareness. Thank you.